This is actually the final portion of the class. We call it a final status, JIRGA, to really come up with recommendations that ultimately out of this group would go up to the UN Security Council, to the Secretary General of the UN. And that's what this part is. We have representatives from all of the various interest groups that have interest in Afghanistan. So this class really is kind of the culminating event.
We're actually representing China, and China's involvement in Afghanistan has been very limited to this point. We primarily are interested in them now because they have a major quantity of natural resources that we are interested in, that we need. So we're looking to keep any future wars out. We're looking to establish peace because obviously we don't want to be there if it's not peaceful. So we are negotiating right now with the two groups of the Taliban and the Afghan government.
That was what we offered to both parties. We said, you know, if one of them attacked the other, that we would try to solve it with as little conflict as possible. And we would be glad to negotiate and work with any parties that are interested in resolving that and upholding that.
We want the students to learn more than just history of Afghanistan or more than just about the current conflict. We also want the students to learn about negotiation and negotiation skills. Negotiation is really an essential life skill. People have to negotiate with their spouse, they have to negotiate with their children, they have to negotiate with business, they have to negotiate getting a loan. So there's all kinds of situations where people have to negotiate, as well as in international affairs. So we wanted to have the students trained in more negotiation skills and have them do that through this seminar format. Also, leadership is another aspect. We're trying to train students to be good leaders, to be able to work with others, to be able to make decisions, to be able to analyze a situation and choose the best option. So all of these are things we wanted to develop in this class.
Today at the final status JIRGA, we're kind of split up into different entities and groups, countries perhaps, or maybe like NATO. My group is the Taliban group, and you're kind of representing that country or group that you're involved in, and you're looking for a solution to end the war in Afghanistan somewhat, kind of in a day's time solution of a way that would benefit your group, say, within get a resolution of the war as diplomatically as possible. As far as the two-party system goes, it's obviously, you know, I'm hearing a lot of people talking about election years and the basic details. This is more of a base, you know, proposal for the time being. Yeah, you'll iron out details, you know, as time goes on. It's being compared a lot to the Western culture, whereas, yeah, it's a democracy, as, you know, countries like the United States have in Western culture, but I mean, we're still living in an Islamic culture in Afghanistan. So, I mean, you can't necessarily base everything Western culture and, well, it's this way in the United States, so it's going to be this way in Afghanistan. It's not necessarily the case. It's two completely different cultures that we live in.